So we essentially work with Gen Z and we prepare them for their careers, both school and college students. And this is our Young Leaders panel. So these are mostly also graduates from either IIM or Harvard or some CEOs of companies, people who have really been there, done that, and they come in and they mentor our students. And this is our senior panel. This is the gray hair behind Talerang, someone like Ashok Kurian, who's a co-founder of Z, and Shaheen Mistry, founder of Teach for India. So these are the kind of stalwarts who help us achieve our broader vision.
So there are various ways that you can actually stay engaged with Talerang. And like Shweta mentioned, first and foremost, the program that we run specifically for high school students is our Reality Bytes program. And even though, like Shweta mentioned, we state that it is a 3-month program, it's much more intensive than that because it is a training and a mentorship program that the child is given in a structured manner. We train them and we mentor them on their different various skills. So once the child enrolls into the program, we really try and understand where they're coming from, what they really experience, right? And post that, they then go through around 30 hours of training. And our training includes hard and soft skills which are necessary in any given workplace, like design thinking, strategic problem solving, their communication skills, their team building skills like consumer listening, things that are actually not taught in the classroom but are absolutely essential. And post the training, we then give students up to 14 skill tracks to choose from. So I think we all understand that when you kind of go into a workplace, it all depends and boils down to really the skills, right? In terms of what you really want to experience. Is it marketing? Is it finance? Is it sales? Is it fashion? Depending on what the child really wants to explore. And I think Mrs. Khattar said if there's any prerequisite for coding or any knowledge required, the children don't need any prerequisite knowledge at all. We place them for these internships and these corporate experiences so that we kind of learn on the job as well. And we really get a full understanding, a practical understanding of, okay, this is what really goes on in finance in the day-to-day life, right? Similarly, we also have the Model Career Competition. We're about to launch the Model Career Competition on the 17th of October. This particular competition is very much like in MUN, but more of a business simulation, where students from all across the world, they join in and they get to solve a Harvard Business School case study live in front of a panel of judges. The children are broken out into different committees. You have a marketing committee, you have an HR committee, you have a product committee. Within those committees, they solve a crisis. So they not only get to learn in terms of what goes on in these particular skill tracks, but they also learn to work together in a team. And previously, our Model Career competitions have been a great success. We've had over 200 registrations and close to 100 participants from all over India as well. So the students, if your children want, they can definitely participate in the Model Career competition as well. And we also run certificate courses. So these are more just for hard skills. So currently we're running a certificate course, a 3-month certificate course only for coding. And this is specifically designed for non-coders. So even if you have zero clue about coding, but you want to learn, and all our courses are led by industry experts. They're all CEOs and CTOs coming down to actually teach the children. So the children actually get to learn from industry experts directly as well. So just a bit more about the Reality Bytes program in terms of how you can expect the program to flow. Like we said, post your first mentorship session, the children go through training where we follow the Harvard Business School learning model, which is the children are given some pre-work. They then, within the class, they work in small groups, then they work in larger groups, and they reflect on their learnings as well, just to solidify the learnings. During the training, it's all experiential and case-based. So we were given a set of challenges. Through these challenges, that's how they learn the skills as well. So it's not a classroom-based lecture training that we actually do. It's all experiential and case-based. Moving on to the live project aspect, which is a corporate experience. they can choose, like we said, they can choose any of the 14 skill tracks that are available. Based on what the child really wants to explore, we guide them on it, we mentor them on it, and we place them for these experiences with our corporate partners. So in terms of what all we touch upon, for the skill tracks in general on the training, children learn various things like introduction to AI, design thinking, strategic problem solving, consumer listening as well. In terms of what they can gain experience on for their life projects or their internships, they can look for skill tracks like research, finance, academia, coding. In fact, one of our recent alumni, he wasn't very aware on how to code, but he still went for coding as a skill track, and we placed him with Jack's Code, which is our corporate partner. He was working with the CTO, and that's an American-based company as well. So the children really get to learn firsthand in terms of what goes on in these industries as well. And these are some of our corporate partners that we have with us. We have over 350 corporate partners. The reality Bytes, we really make sure that the students are placed with corporate partners who can really guide the students in the manner that they're looking for as well. And we partnered with over 60 schools. So we've had alumni from Oberoi itself, as well as Cathedral, Aditya Birla. So we have 2 batches coming up. We have the Diwali batch, which is kicking off on the 30th of October. And then we also have our Christmas batch, which is kicking off on the 26th of December. And the deadlines are the 25th of October and 15th of December, respectively. It is all online, so the students can just join in remotely. That's how the training is done as well. And they can do their live projects whenever they want during their holidays. So they can do it right after they're done with the training, or during their summer vacations as well. And these are just some of our students in terms of the profiles that we look for. So we look for students from all walks of background. So we have a well-rounded class. They really gain from each other's experience. They're either highly academically bright, or they've demonstrated some sort of leadership experience, or they've impacted their community in a manner, or even, if they're excelling in their extracurriculars, whether it's sports or art, whatever it may be. So just to give you a bit about some of the students and what they've gone through in terms of their life projects. This is Dave. He is from Cathedral. He interned with Polymath Advisors, our corporate partner, and he worked on competitor analysis, and he actually shadowed his managers for client meetings as well. Shania is from Shishuan. She worked with Backspace, where she not only created the decks for their client presentation, but she also worked on competitor analysis. Similarly, Rohan wanted to go through a different route, so he was more in terms of the media, and he facilitated in producing and recording videos, and he created content for Culture Machine's online platform as well. And Nisha worked with Street Styles. She's from Dhirubhai Ambani, and she created an entire campaign about women empowerment for Street Styles social media handle. So every child, when you go through the program as well, you're given a detailed job description, and these are how our job descriptions look like. So the child is aware in terms of what are they expected to learn and what are they expected to do, and the structure and everything is mentioned beforehand. And every child is given access to our online platform. So if they are unaware of any of the skill sets that they've chosen to experience, they gain access to our full online platform where they can actually learn at their own pace as well.